It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we get to watch Brian Robinson Jr. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Black Knights, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Dreadnoughts of San Diego taking on the Black Knights of Columbus. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Now the NFL's 3rd leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 20 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. 3rd down and 10. And Lance now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go up the middle with Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. now they'll throw with Lance. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lance going to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On play action, Lance. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Black Knights are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's Jerome Ford. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. But you look at this defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And what a big-time play there. 41 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Well, they run the option on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Lance. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Columbus with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Olave over the middle. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Lance to throw it. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 6-yard
They'll try again with Chubb. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football?
There he goes, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some addition.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Well, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all my viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. This one brought in by Jefferson. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Lance now on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Now Chubb running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And Chubb will try the middle here. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. So that potentially an important takeaway here in the 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stretched the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down there on a pick up the 25. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a play fake. Lance to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Lance again. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And 10 yards to go.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In that first half, we were treated to a stellar performance by quarterback Trey Lance. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, San Diego.
Herbert now. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Dreadnoughts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
He may go back to the huddle and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. The Lance going to throw. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin.
Godwin continues to be the receiver every quarterback wants in his offense. Over 100 catches and 1,000 yards last season. Fills that reliable short field role and knows how to get open quickly on any type of route.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. The Lance now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
They bring their punter out there now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown! Brashad Perriman, 94 yards. And the Dreadnoughts have got it back to within a score. That halftime lead dwindling.
I love the way you just said that. Perfectly encapsulates what we're seeing right here. Strike after strike, making the big comeback, and right now they are putting the pressure on them in a huge way.
2nd touchdown of the half, and that one was a big one. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard. Just a yard to the 22.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
58 yards on the ground for him so far. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Chubb on the counter. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
41-yard line.
Shotgun now for Lance. That is caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Columbus.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Lance looks to throw again. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Arnold. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Black Knights get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Completion here to Claypool.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Well, right now, really hoping for a turnover. A good pickup there, a 22.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say it was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Lance. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that one complete once again to Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At their 48-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
That will throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a dump off here complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brashad Perriman with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dreadnoughts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Going to look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
71 yards rushing now for Chubb and a first down as well.
A run for Nick Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 6, just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Herbert.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Herbert going to throw. Pass complete to Higgins.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Herbert.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Down to a knee goes Lance, and that should just about do it. We all all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Columbus, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.